Welcome to Spiritual Sanctuary, Wisdom for the Divine Feminine. I'm your host, Bertina, and I'm so grateful that you're here. This is a space created for slowing down, for remembering who you are beneath the noise, and for reconnecting with the sacred wisdom that already lives within you. Before we begin, I want to offer a heartfelt thanks to our sponsor, Cosmic Connections. Their support for this podcast and this community is wonderful. You can receive 10% off your online purchase at yourcosmicconnections.com with the code Bertina Podcast 10. Yourcosmicconnections.com, Bertina, Bertena, Podcast 10. It's a beautiful way to support both your spiritual practice and the sanctuary, as well as a small business that I love so much. Now, wherever you are, maybe you're walking or resting or driving or just simply breathing, I invite you to gently step into the sanctuary with me. Let your shoulders soften, let your breath deepen, and there's nothing that you need to become or to be fixed. You've arrived at a sacred space. So let's begin. Welcome, sisters. If you're listening to this today, I want to begin by inviting you to take a breath, a very slow one, and just let your shoulders soften. Allow your body to relax and let go of any of the stress or maybe feeling closed in this snowy time. There's a question that I received on my website in my priestess class that I feel like speaks to not just the person that asked it, but to a lot of us right now, including me. And the question has to do with, does anyone have any advice for when you're not feeling super connected to goddesses or spirituality? This person usually does, but it feels like a dry spell. And this is really an honest question, and it's coming at a very powerful moment in time. We're in the snow, full moon. Today is Imbolc, and we're in the depth of winter, in the midst of literal storms. I know here where I am, there is snow and ice, and some people have no electricity. And energetically, we're still moving through the year of the snake, even as the fire horse begins to approach quickly, I think on the 17th. So if things feel really quiet or tender or resistant or slow, there's deep wisdom in it. I want you to know, and I want to say to you that a dry spell is not a spiritual failure. You're not disconnected. It's not that the goddesses or God or whoever that you're working with has lost favor with you. Your intuition is off. Your devotion's not enough. That need to be constantly going is not part of spirituality. Spirituality holds no guilt in regards to how much we perform, how much we connect, how much we are with other people. In priestess traditions, periods of quiet are often considered initiation thresholds, not endings. So we live in a culture and sometimes even in spiritual spaces that glorifies intensity. I have to watch this my own self. This is a personal thing that I go through. Constant ritual or connection or messages or movement is not normal. The soul does not move that way, and especially not in the winter. Today is Imbolc, and it's often described as the return of the light, but that doesn't mean a blazing fire. Think about it as like embers. There's warmth beneath the ash, there's potential, but it's not time to act out. And Imbolc teaches us that we need to prepare the hearth, prepare the fireplace, prepare the home. We must tend to the wick of a candle and not to rush the fire. A forest flame burns out so quickly, and a tended ember lasts. So this is the thing. Energetically, we're still in the shedding phase of the snake. The snake does not move fast. It pauses, it molds, and it becomes vulnerable while it sheds its skin. So right now, you're feeling vulnerable. And if your spirituality feels really raw or quiet right now, just ask yourself, what identity are you shedding? Are we letting go of the old identity that people knew us as? Are we letting go of an identity that we have for ourselves? And when we change that identity, our practice changes. Sometimes our way of practicing no longer fits. Maybe the vibrant dancing comes to slow movement. Maybe the idea of having a spell every day comes to quiet meditation. And then also ask yourself, what expectations have you outgrown? I don't expect to get up every single day and be in the mood. It was kind of weird because the last few days, I've kind of haven't wanted to do this either. I've been vegging out and watching TV and taking a break. And my old self would have made me feel so guilty. I would have felt so bad doing that. But it's okay. I actually slept the last 2 days till like 9 or 10 o'clock, and usually I'm up at 5, 6, 7 o'clock. And I feel good. My body feels good. I had to stop instead of berating myself and say, I guess I needed that. And I did. I go a lot. And I go because it's fun. And when it stops being fun, that's when we have to stop. When it stops being fulfilling us. And I know that's such a hard concept because people are like, well, that's just, so selfish, so this, so that. No, actually, our lives is our lives. And we can only do so much. During snake energy, forcing movement can actually slow your transformation. It can actually slow your change. And sometimes the soul pulls inward because it's releasing something old. And that process takes presence, not performance. Now, here's the important piece. The fire horse does not arrive gently. This energy is going to come in fast and expansive. It's going to be very action focused, bold, and it's going to consume you. Your decisions are going to be quick. Life is going to ask for action. Opportunities are going to appear suddenly, and momentum builds fast. Now, if you try to rush this now, you're going to enter the fire horse energy on the 17th exhausted, ungrounded, and spiritually scattered. Think about this. What if this so-called dry spell is actually preparation? What if your soul is saying, slow down now so you can move wisely later? And today, tonight, last night, we're in the middle of a full moon and a snow moon. And the snow moon doesn't ask, what should I do? It asks what needs to be preserved. And in winter traditions, full moons illuminate what needs care, not change. The moon's showing you where you've overextended. Have you focused too much on your spirituality and not lived in the physical world? Do you feel pressure for devotion? Do you feel like this is more of an effort than a relationship? The snowstorm that I see outside kind of mirrors the storm inside. It's makes us pause. I can't go anywhere. We stay warm. I've never had the heat on this high. It's up to 70. I usually keep it on 65. It has been a wonderful time for me to turn inward and really figure out what it is that I want to do. And it's allowed me to rest my nervous system. My anxiety isn't up as much. My pressure to do things, even though I'm doing things, isn't up. I'm doing things that I enjoy. So if you're feeling disconnected, Here's your permission slip. You know, I'm a teacher, so I'm going to give you a permission slip not to do any homework. Don't journal or pull cards or light candles or ask for messages unless it feels comforting. It's okay for tonight for Imbolc to sit in silence, to place your hand on your heart or sit by a window and watch nature. And this is for me. It's okay to rest without guilt. And let devotion be felt, not expressed. The goddesses are not impressed by effort, they're moved by presence. So think of this moment as winter training. You're being asked to soften your pace, strengthen your roots, clarify what matters, release what drains you, learn how to rest without disappearing. Because when the fire horse comes, it's going to say, are you ready to move? And readiness does not come from force, it comes from integrating and embodying. And if you're in a dry spell, let this be your truth. You're not empty, you're shedding. You're not disconnected, you're listening. You're not behind, you are preparing. May you honor the snake's wisdom of slow transformation. May you tend the ember of Imbolc without rushing it into flame. May you enter the fire horse year rested, rooted, and ready, not burned out or chasing anything, but embodied. And may you remember that the sacred never leaves you. Sometimes it simply waits for you to stop running so it can sit beside of you. So today, just rest, sleep, and enjoy. As we begin to close our time together, I want to thank you for spending this sacred moment with me here at the Spiritual Sanctuary. If today's episode resonated with you, I invite you to leave a comment or share this episode with someone who may need a little sanctuary of their own. As a thank you, everyone who comments or shares is entered into a drawing from our sponsor, Cosmic Connections, and it's a beautiful way to keep the magic flowing beyond time and space. And if you're longing for deeper connection, more guidance, and updates on both our online and impersonal spiritual sanctuary gatherings, I invite you to stay in touch with me by signing up with my newsletter at bertina.org. That's BERTENA.org, where I share upcoming events, rituals, reflections, and offerings created just for this community. Until we meet again, please be gentle with yourself, trust your inner knowing, and remember, this sanctuary lives within you. Thank you for being here.